Hello and welcome to Freshly Served, the healthy vegan cooking show. I'm Heather and tonight we're going to make some roasted root vegetables. Now it is still winter and root vegetables are an excellent thing to eat in the winter for a couple of reasons. One, they store most easily over the winter, so you can get fairly local stuff, or if you're growing your own, it's the best thing to eat out of your garden because you can keep it cool through the winter and just keep eating it. The other reason is that because it's winter, our bodies are looking for something a little bit more warming, and root vegetables need to be cooked in order to be digested properly. So we cook them, add warmth to the vegetable, which adds warmth to your body. So tonight I'm going to use some carrots, classic, as well as some parsnips, which maybe people haven't tried or are a little bit afraid of. Parsnips on their own, I'm not a big fan of. They have a bit of a tangy kind of flavor, but when they're roasted, and especially when we put this orange sauce on that is gonna give it a really nice sweet flavor, they're delicious. So parsnips, as well as beets. And this is probably the largest beet I've seen in quite some time. And I just couldn't resist the massiveness of this beet. So we're gonna start by making the sauce, which is going to be an orange sauce, and we're just gonna add some spices to it, but orange is gonna be the basis of this sauce. And because there is sugar in this orange, it'll work as kind of a glaze. A glaze is when the sauce thickens a little bit around whatever you're cooking. Really nice. Start with the orange, zest it. Zesting is where you take off the very outer part of the peel of a citrus fruit. Not only are the peels packed with really awesome flavor, but there are nutrients in the peel as well. So anytime I'm using a citrus fruit, you're probably gonna see me zesting it. And this is the zester here, very cheap, very inexpensive. You can use a grater if you wish, but be careful not to go too far into the orange. If you get into this white part on the outside, it's called the pith. It is very bitter and it's not going to taste all that nice. To juice, I just poke the orange with my zester and give it a squeeze. Occasionally, I squirt myself in the eye. This is a hazard of being a chef. You just got to suck it up and deal with it. Alright, I managed to escape today without any squirting in the eye. Orange isn't that bad anyway. It's really the lemon and the grapefruit that cause some major stinging to go. Now, next, into our orange juice and orange zest, I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil. You really don't need very much. I think I said a tablespoon. But basically, it's just to give it a little bit more body when it's going around these vegetables. I'm also going to add some tamari, and tamari is a soy sauce, but it's a fermented soy sauce, which means that it's much more easily processed by your body because some of the protein in the soy has been broken down in that fermentation process. You can use soy sauce if you like, but just pay attention to how you digest it. If you have trouble with it like I do, you might want to try this tamari. Okay, next I'm going to take some ginger and I'm going to grate it in order to not have such an intense ginger flavor because we're not going to cook this sauce at all before it goes into the oven on the vegetables. And all I'm going to do is take my ginger, it's got the skin on and everything, and just grate it on my grater. This kind of grater is important for ginger because the ginger doesn't go through the other side. It's a solid grater. So what's going to happen at the end is I'm going to bunch up all of this ginger pulp and squeeze the juice out. Once the ginger has been all grated, you're just going to collect it on one edge. And best is to have a little area like this where you can squeeze the ginger and see that juice coming out at the bottom there. That's what's going to go into my sauce, not the actual ginger. It's best if you have some ginger that's really fresh. This ginger has been sitting in my house for a couple days, so it's not the freshest and it's not the juiciest, but it'll work. Use my little egg dude to give it a little whisk. He likes to get in on the action every now and then. He doesn't get to beat any eggs, so he has to beat something. Finishing touches for this sauce are going to be some cinnamon for a little sweetness. And again, I've put measurements in here, but just sprinkle some in until it feels right. Bit of nutmeg. And to spice it up a little bit, I'm going to add some paprika. Cayenne is also nice in here. Paprika is a little bit softer and smokier. Cayenne is just plain spicy. So depending on what you like, you can go with either of those. Give the little egg dude another workout. And we'll put that aside. Next what I'm going to do is prepare the vegetables. So with carrots, I don't peel them because they have a lot of nutrition in the peel. It's actually where a lot of their nutrients are living. And the peel on carrots is kind of nice. With the beets and the parsnips, I'm going to peel them because they're a little bit thicker of a peel. But if you're okay with it, they also have nutrition in their peels. Parsnips more so I might eat, but beets, beet skin is a little bit. Depends how big your beets are. When you've got a beet this size, it's gonna have a pretty tough skin on it. So just rinse these guys off. And then they're gonna get sliced. And you can cut them in chunks if you like, but if you slice them, they're gonna take less time to cook. And the less time it takes to cook, the less time they're in the oven. Seems a little bit intuitive, doesn't it? But what I'm saying is the less time they're in the oven, the less time they're at high heat, and the more they will retain their nutrients. I just thought I would show you for those who like to compost or maybe want to start composting but feel like it would be too much of a pain to be always taking the scraps out to the compost. What I do is I take a bucket and I have all of my waste from the meal in this bucket, and then I'm lucky because Phil likes to help in the kitchen, so when he asks for something to help with, I say, oh, you could take out the compost. Very easy. We'll pour this on top of the vegetables. Now in the sauce, you may have noticed that I didn't use any salt. Normally, salt would be in the sauce in order to bring the flavors together as well as the vinegar and the oil together. In this case, we're using orange as our acid instead of vinegar, which is going to be a lot softer and nicer for the body. And the salt comes in from the tamari or your soy sauce. They both have quite a bit of salt, so if you're using them and you're on a low sodium diet, you want to be careful. Now I find the best way to mix up vegetables with a sauce is mostly by using my hands. So make sure you clean them before you get in here. And they're probably going to turn fairly red from the beets. Kind of fun. Once you get this all stirred together, you're going to pop this in the oven. 350 is a pretty good temperature. You can preheat the oven or you can just turn it on when the vegetables go in. The vegetables aren't too picky about that kind of thing. And then they're going to go in until they're soft, which will probably take about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how big you've made your slices. How thick. So I hope you enjoy. You can find the recipe at healthyveganrecipes.net. I'm Heather, and this is Freshly Served.